everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Nicole with Made from Scrap, and let's get started with the tutorial for this fun folio. It is 8 by 10 inches. It only has a little 1/2 inch spine, so this is a quick project to put together, and this is part of the Merry Makers Christmas Craft collaboration. So make sure to check out the hashtag Merry Makers Crafty collab. Let's get going. So with this project, for the instructions, I'm going to go ahead and use just some 8.5 by 11 cardstock, which I did on the original one as well. But this one is going to be a little bit lighter. I used 100-pound on that one, and this is 65. So let's see how it goes. But the collection that I'm going to be using to decorate this is quite thick, so I think that will make up for it. So the first thing we need are 2 of the cover sheets, and we need to have 2 of those that measure 8.5 inches by 10 inches. So since I'm using 8.5 by 11, I'm just going to go ahead and cut off 1 inch off of the length of 2 of our sheets, and that way we have our 2 cover pieces. Okay, I'm just going to stack these off to the side as I cut, one on top of the other, and then I'll flip the whole stack over. So this should make it very easy to do all the cutting, and then we'll do all the burnishing and gluing together. So next up, we have 1 sheet that we need that is for the left flap, and that should measure 11 inches by 8.5 inches. So guess what? There is no cutting for that one. Just stick it over to the side. The next is going to be the left large flap, and this measures 8 by 10. So we need to go ahead and cut off 1 inch off of the length, and then we're going to turn it and cut 1/2 inch off of the width. So 8 by 10. And by the way, all of these cutting cut list is on the description of my Merry Makers video, so I will put a link to that in the description box below of this video. Alright, let's keep going. The large flap back pocket, so we need to take 1 sheet and we need to cut that down to 8.5 by 5, so we're just going to cut 5 inches. Okay, so that is going to be put aside. Next, we need the right pocket flap, and that's going to be a 10.5 by 7.5 inch piece. So let's go ahead and cut 1/2 inch off of that length, like so. And then we'll turn it, and we'll go ahead and cut this down to 7.5 inches. So all I'm going to do is cut 1 inch off of the width here. This is what makes it easy by using an 8.5 by 11 cardstock from the very beginning for this project. Alright, next we need the top right flap, and that's going to be 7.5 inches by 10.5 inches. So we're going to cut exactly the same that we just did because we need a second piece. So this is going to be 1/2 inch off of the length. It's going to make our 10.5. Turn it, and let's cut 1 inch off of the width. Alright, that's our top right flap. Last, we need 2 pieces that measure 6 inches by 4¼ inches. So go ahead and check out this piece that you have cut off. You should have a piece that measures, well, mine is a little bit long of 6 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to 6 inches. But since it was 8.5 inches wide, I'm just going to cut it right in half. So that's going to be 4¼ Alright, next what I'm going to do is go ahead and put these 2 over to the side in my pile, and we're done with all these scraps. If you want to save those for stamping sentiments and that kind of thing, that would be a great idea. I am going to go ahead and bring in my scoreboard, and I'm going to turn this pile over so I can start at the very beginning again. So I'm going to have 2 covers. They measure 8.5 by 10 inches. And with the 8.5 inches at the top of my scoreboard, I'm going to go ahead and score this at 1/2 inch. And we're going to do that twice because we have a front cover and a back cover, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Place that to the side. Next piece, left flap. On the 11-inch side, we're going to go ahead and score this at 1/2 inch and 6 inches. So 1/2 inch and 6 inches. Place that to the side. Next one is going to be the left large flap. So on the 8-inch side, we're going to score that at 1/2 inch. And that means 8-inch side at the top of our scoreboard. Next we have the pocket. So with the 8.5-inch side at the top, we're going to go ahead and score it at 1/2 inch, 8 inches. We're going to rotate it a 1/4 turn so that the 5 inches is at the top, and go ahead and score that at 1/2 inch, and then place that to the side. Next we have the right top flap. Place that in our scoreboard with the 10.5 inches at the top, and we're going to go ahead and score that at 1/2 inch. Okay. And then we have our top right flap. I think I skipped over the right pocket flap. So let's go back and do the right pocket flap. These are the same measurements. So, all right, with the 10.5 inches at the top, we're going to go ahead and score that at 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, and 7 3/4. So because I got these two mixed up, I'm going to go ahead and put them in the correct order. So let me take this one back, flip that one around on my stack, and then put the right top flap behind it. Lastly, we have the right dual pockets. These are the angled pockets. So with the 4 1/4 inches at the top, we're going to go ahead and score that at 1/2 inch. Rotate it, score it at 1/2 inch. Do that exact same thing. Rotate it the opposite direction, score it at 1/2 inch. Okay, so you should have two pieces that have the score lines like this. We're going to go ahead and put those face to face, like so. I'm going to move my scoreboard out of the way. I'm holding these together. I'm going to bring my cutter back in real quick. And then I am going to hold these together still. And I'm going to go ahead and put these in my cutter so that I can cut off an angle. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to line the top left corner and the bottom right corner right at the line that is 1.5 inches. So they're both on 1.5 inch. And then I'm going to hold my finger down on these, and I'm going to go ahead and cut. And that gives me the same angle for both of these in the opposite direction, like so. Okay, let me move my cutter out of the way, and let's get going with the burnishing. So now I'm going to go ahead and burnish all of these, and since these are pockets, I need to also cut out the corners. So grab my scissors, and I usually cut the corners out like so, including the score line. Okay. Just like that, and then we can keep burnishing our score lines. Okay. I usually put the side flap around for pockets and then the bottom after that. So those are our two angled pockets, and now we're just going to work backwards with our scoring, or I'm sorry, with our burnishing. So burnish all of your lines, like so. Now with this right pocket flap, what we're going to do is you're going to end up having your 1/2 inch to the left, your 7 3/4 inch to the right, and the 1/2 inch will fold under. The 7 3/4 inch will come back towards the left. Okay, so you should end up with a piece that looks like a Z. Well, let's put that to the side. And we have our pocket. So the corner sections, we're going to go ahead and cut those two out. that. Fold under the sides, and then fold up the bottom. That's how I like to do the pockets. All right. Keep on moving. This large flap. And we have the left flap. And the left flap is also going to get folded like a Z. So again, your 1/2 inch score on the left hand side is going to get folded back, and then your 6 inch score on the right is going to get folded towards the left. Okay, back on itself. So again, you have it like a Z fold. You can see that. Okay, and then last but not least, you have these two covers where you have that 1/2 inch score. I'm going to burnish those real nice. All right, let me get my table cleaned up here. We are done with our scissors. Put that away. And now we're going to start the assembly. So keep our pile there to the side. You're going to have one cover with on each side, and what we're going to end up doing is laying one of those 1/2 inch score lines down flat, and the other one will get glued on top of that, so they will be overlapping like so, and that will give us the 1/2 inch gusset. So I'm going to fold this back, and I'm going to place glue here on the back side of this 1/2 inch score. And I'm going to go ahead and lie that right on top of the other one, being careful not to overlap that score line on the first one, and make sure that you align your piece top and bottom. Okay, you want that to be on there straight, and then burnish really well. Okay, we are done with the cover. Now let's move on to the left flap. So what we're going to do with the left flap is place glue on our 1/2 inch piece. Just like that. And I just eyeballed this right to the center so that the folded edge of that 1/2 inch flap is along the left inside of our cover. I'll burnish that down. Be able to open that up. Okay, keep that open. The next you'll have the left large flap, and you want to go ahead and place glue on that 1/2 inch flap there. Okay, and then with the folded edge, we're going to go ahead and place this down just to the left of our 1/2 inch spine. That's a 1/2 inch spine there that we created. And what you should end up with, make sure you don't go over that score line, but what you should end up with is this large flap right next to the 1/2 inch spine, and then you should have a 1/2 inch over here on the left before this other flap. Okay, so this should allow this to close and then close like so. Okay, burnish that down. All right, now on the back side of our large flap, so open it up, we're going to go ahead and place this pocket here. So let's go ahead and place glue on the back side of our 1/2 inch flaps for our pocket. And then we'll place this down at the bottom of that page, making sure to align with the right side of this flap and the bottom of the flap. Just make sure it doesn't hang off the edge. We're trying to give a little bit of extra space along the spine. That'll help it turn a bit for the page to turn well. Okay. Now we're done with the left. just like that. Okay, next we're going to take this right pocket flap and we'll go ahead and place glue on the back side of this 1/2 inch. Getting a little heavy-handed there. And I'm going to place the folded edge of that 1/2 inch. See, that's a little bit too much glue, right, Nicole? Just next to the right side score line of our spine. And let's make sure to burnish that down. Open it up so you make sure that you don't have glue where you shouldn't have glue, like I do. Okay, too much, too heavy-handed. All right, now that's on. Do not glue this yet because we want to make sure to put our decorative paper on. After we put our decorative paper, we would go ahead and put glue here, and then fold this back, and then it would create our tuck spot. So let's keep moving. We have our top flap. This is our top right flap. So we're going to go ahead and place a little bit of glue on that 1/2 inch. And then we're going to place that folded edge up against the top of our page. And I'm trying to align the right hand side and the top of the page at the same time before I burnish that down. Okay. Open it up, burnish it again. There we go. Now, with both of these flaps open, we're going to go ahead and come back to our angled pockets. So again, you should have one for the right, one for the left, and that's going to get placed right here. So let's go ahead and put glue on those 1/2 inch pieces. And I'm going to place this down at the bottom of my right cover. Burnish that down. And then place glue on the back side of these 1/2 inch flaps. And this one with the folded edge, I'm going to place down at the bottom of my right hand cover, and then just to the right of the score line for our flap, our pocket flap. Okay, you just want to make sure there's ever so slightly a space there so that this page can turn freely. Okay, and fold back. And just like that, we have our folio all completed. It's put together, and all we have to do is decorate it. Isn't that wonderful? I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. Make sure that you check out all the wonderful collaborators that are working on this Merrymakers Crafty Christmas collaboration event. There is a playlist. Make sure to click on that and give everyone a thumbs up, leave a comment, and join along with the craftiness. Until next time, everyone, happy scrapping, you all. Goodbye.